What's up, Soul Tribe? It's your girl Dominique with Empathic Guidance, and I'm back with another video for you guys today.
On horses made of sticks, he wore black and I wore white. He would always win the fight. Bang, bang, he shot me down. Bang, bang.
Alright, y'all, now before I make an announcement about what the name of this video is going to be and the topic of this video, which y'all already saw it because y'all see the title before y'all click it, right? So before I get off into that, I just want to give myself a little bit of admiration because my natural is popping, y'all. If y'all can't see that from a distance, would y'all look at this curl pattern? I want to say just 30 days ago, my hair was so damaged, so uneven. My natural definitely wasn't even touching my shoulders even a week ago. And everybody knows that when your hair is natural, that you definitely had that shrinkage. So I just wanted to show you guys how much my hair has grown ever since I've been taking It Works hair, skin, and nail vitamins. And as you guys know, I am a distributor. Dang, I ain't got, oh, here you go, hold on. Because I was about to say, I ain't got no bottoms on. I'm up here making this video with just a shirt because I'm like, y'all just only gonna see a shirt, but your girl walking around bottomless. So, since it's right here. Now, the top, I don't know what happened to the top. Obviously, the bottle is empty because I used the whole 30-day supply. And I'm waiting for another one to show up. But this is what the canister looks like. It's 30-day supply worth. So, it's 60 capsules. It's 60 tablets, not capsules, because capsules are the ones that open right. These are not. So it's 60 tablets that come in. You have to take them twice a day with the meal, and your hair can be like popping like this. So y'all can go on my website, Dominique Johnson at itworks.com, and go ahead and order y'all a bottle. I think these are, that's literally like $1 a day for some of the most healthiest hair, and this is only a month worth of results. Now, I told you guys I was going to take it for 90 days, and this is my hair dry. Normally my hair dry is so afro-y and so poofy, and the curl definition is never all the way to the roots. I always have like some heat damage or something. So I'm really encouraging you guys, if y'all haven't seen my natural before this, I could not wear my natural half up, half down like this because the bottom was just way too, it was just way too, But anyway, I don't want to talk too much about my hair. Of course, I'm a distributor, so I don't have to be, they don't have to be sponsoring me because regardless of what, you guys can order from me from It Works, Dominique Johnson at itworks.com. Is what I advise you guys to do, and shop around. They got probiotics, they have keto coffee, they have wraps to go ahead and tighten up that midriff area or the flab on your arms, which I need that shit. And you can even wrap your face, your neck, anything that you feel like you want more firm, you can wrap. Okay, so try out that new crazy wrap thing. Try out these hair, skin, and nail capsules. Among other things. Just shop around, guys. But yeah, that's the one thing that I definitely have some results to show you guys, because I am loving my curly, beautiful natural. So if you guys are on a natural journey and you want your natural to look good and you want your natural to not be looking so afro-y, then go ahead and get these hair, skin, and nails so your hair can be popping and your hair can get the aid that it needs in order to grow to its full, luscious, beautiful potential. Okay. So now we're going to get off into this video, and I know y'all used to me dragging other zodiac signs and kind of putting the Aquarius on a pedestal. Well, today is vastly different because I honestly am going to throw my sign under the bus just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I honestly wanted, I just saw 222 on the clock. I honestly want to talk about something about myself that I wish I could change, because this is the aspect of myself that I do not like. But before I get off into the thing that I would like to change about myself as an Aquarius, I'm so in love with these curls, y'all. Before I would talk about this, rewind, let's go back. before I talk about what I want to change as an Aquarius, I definitely want to talk about some more of our flaws and imperfections, and then get off into the thing that I would like to change about myself. So I feel like we can be really flaky and fickle sometimes. I feel like with an Aquarius, it's either you in or out. Like, we can be really cool with you. You can be our bestie one day, and then literally the following week, we don't say shit to you. Like, without explanation. And we don't care about it. So we can definitely be flighty when it comes to certain things like that. We don't like know-it-alls, but we are know-it-alls. We don't like people, but we love people. So honestly, I feel like all the definition that I have for Aquarius is definitely an oxymoron. Give me a second. Okay, y'all, back. I'm back. Sorry. But, okay, so just to name a couple of things about us that could be irritating to other zodiac signs and shit should be irritating to us, is that we have a tendency to be flighty, flaky, arrogant, know-it-alls. We are definitely oxymoron when it comes to a lot of stuff, because we like to be alone, but we extroverted. We love people, but we hate people. Like I said before, I had to pause the video, but I'm just trying to recount things so I don't leave nothing out. Everybody knows I feel like it's a common misconception that we're cold and stoic, because I actually do know Aquarius that have a lot of emotions. Like, I have a lot of emotions. Again, I have a lot of water in my chart. I'm a Pisces cusper, a Cancer moon, and a Scorpio rising. So with all three water signs tangled up in my chart, it's understandable. In addition to me being an empath, it's understandable to why, you know, I'm in touch with my emotions. I'm emotionally mature. I know how to be emotionally generous in a relationship. I know how to show affection and compassion because of my gift as an empath, as well as the tons of water, the gallons of water that's in my chart, which heightens my intuition. Like I said, provides me with plenty of love to give. So, yeah, those are just a couple of things about us that a lot of people complain about. I do know what people mean when they talk about our stoicism. I do know what people are talking about, because I have seen actual Aquarius that act like that, and I have been pushed to that point in my relationship. Put it like this: I am emotionally generous until I don't care. Once I don't care, I can be the coldest bitch that you ever met. I can be colder than wintertime, to be honest with you. So my capability to be cold is there. It's just that is, you know, not the octane that I would like to operate in. Basically, I would like to be always, you know, in touch with my emotions, and emotionally generous and loving and caring and kind and nurturing. Those are qualities that I want to possess on an every single day basis. But the thing about it is, there's just people that rub us the wrong way. And with that being said, I'm going to get into the thing that I wish that I can change about myself, is that Aquarius have a tendency to ghost without explanation. And I know that can be very annoying to people, and it's kind of annoying to me as well, for the simple fact that I have to deal with relentless stalking after the fact, because of course people want an explanation. Why did you remove yourself from my life? What did I do? What happened? We were just cool. It was all good just a week ago. I mean, those is just some of the things that I hear when I decide that I no longer want to be I no longer want someone to be a part of my life, and I just decide to remove them quietly as opposed to explaining. And I don't even want to say that I don't explain, because I kind of feel like I say the same things over and over, and whether it flies right over that person's head or whether they take that in and utilize the information is the very thing that would decide as to whether I will stick around in that person's life or go ahead and remove them in a silent manner. So one of the things that make me ghost people is that people don't get the hint. When I try to be nice to people, or say or reject somebody in a very nice way, it's not understood in that way. You know, I guess there's ways to drop hints and there's ways to say things nicely. And honestly, I will attempt both before I just go ahead and silently remove myself from that person's space. And, you know, there's been situations where I've had to ghost people, even platonic friends. And I'm just going to give a couple of scenarios just so that you guys can get a better understanding, because I know me trying to give an explanation as to why without an actual scenario to match it up with, it's not going to work. It's going to sound like I'm talking in circles and making excuses. But I've ghosted a few people in my life. One friend that I ghost was a platonic friend. She was also an Aquarius. She was somebody that I really dug on a soul level. I felt like we got along really well, but the fact of the matter was that she came into my life after the whole lesbian life thing, when I closed that chapter and I met a man that I was deciding that I wanted to spend a good portion of my life with, even though I'm not with that person anymore. I met that person and I decided that I wanted to change my life, and I no longer wanted the alternative lifestyle of being in a lesbian relationships. So I left that part behind me. But there is something about my aura and my presence that allow people to still have that notion that either that's something I did before or that's something that I still do, because I still get approached by a lot of women or whatever. But this particular person, I wasn't attracted to her on that level, but her and I definitely had a good friendship. And I had a brand new relationship with a man. And it was new to me, you know, like I wasn't used to being told who I couldn't be friends with. Well, I guess I was, because when I was with a woman, I couldn't be friends with masculine women. I had to just stick with the actual feminine women as friends and not really be friends with men or masculine women. So, yeah, I guess you can say that I have been restricted on what type of friends I can have. But this particular friend, again, our birthdays was a couple of weeks apart. I think she might have been a January Aquarius or something. And she flirted relentlessly with me. And when I said this person wasn't my type, even on a drunk night, I wouldn't fuck with this person. So they just wasn't my type. It had nothing to do with me being shallow or nothing. It's just that when I don't look at you and see anything that's sexually attractive, then I cannot engage with you. And that's just it. And on top of that, I prefer to stay loyal in relationships. Now, I have confessed to you guys that in the past, I have done revenge cheating, and I was still in my 20s. So, I mean, you can judge me if you want, but it doesn't fucking matter, because I'm 35 years old. And so a lot of things that were issues in my past are no longer issues or whatever. And I'm sorry I'm being kind of defensive, but a couple of people commented on my video last night, and it's not that I wasn't looking for the lashback, but it's kind of like I already admitted in the title itself that I was going to be talking about an unpopular opinion, and that not everybody was going to agree with me, number one. And I didn't expect everybody to agree with me. And nobody have to agree with the fact that I'm not against polyamorous relationships. I'm not in one. I've never been in one. Yes, I have sought out people to start one. It never worked out. Moving on. That was just a part of my life that I decided to share with you guys. Not only just to have content, but just to be transparent and open up to you guys. And somebody made a comment as to me trying to hurt women. And honestly, you know, I had that stage in my life where basically I didn't really care who I hurt because I was hurt. And I was like 28, 29 years old. I'm 35 years old at this point. We all have stages and phases in our life where we have a I don't give a fuck attitude, where it's like hurt or be hurt. You know what I'm saying? And that was my mindset at that time. I've evolved immensely since then. And I'm doing this single life completely different than I did it before. Because before, yes, I did. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I did rope people in with the intentions to make them like me just so I can just not really do shit with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, just have them on my tip and kind of like brush them off, you know, just because I was hurt by love. And so what they say is hurt people, but when those hurt people evolve, then they trying to help people heal, not hurt them. And that's what stage I am in my life right now. So anything that anybody has to say about my past, it does not faze me. But I'm only addressing that because I don't want to be deemed as a certain type of person when I know what type of person I am. So yes, I am unconventional, and yes, I am untraditional, and yes, if given the opportunity, I would do things according to my non-tradition, non-conventional way of living. But that's not that easy to find. It's not that easy to find a man that, number one, wants to have two women as girlfriends, and it's not that easy to find a woman that wants a girlfriend and a boyfriend. So, you know, maybe that should just be considered a fetish of mine, because I cannot say that it's something that I've done, because I have not successfully established that type of relationship. So now that I cleared that up, let me get back on the topic of this video. But I was gonna make a live at lunchtime to clear that up, because I wanted to address those comments through video, because I can comment all day. But if anybody run across this video that has something to say last night, I hope you get it. Like, honestly, the reason why things didn't ever work out is because I'm not the type of person that hurt people. And if I don't feel them on that level, on a mental level, I'm not gonna feel them at all. And if it didn't work out, then we just didn't do it. And that's just the bottom line. I didn't play with anybody's heart. Nobody got their heart. If anybody got their heart broken in the situation of trying to start up a polyamorous relationship, it was me. And I take full responsibility of that, because that was my thing. I brought that idea onto my relationship, and the guy that I was messing with was not trustworthy enough to not be talking to females behind my back, to not be picking girls that I told him I did not like, because again, I have to have a mental connection. So that should let you know what type of person I am. I'm not going to just one night stand somebody at my age, even though maybe that was something I did do when I was in my 20s. I'm not going to do that shit at this age and, you know, be claiming to be some goody-goody two-shoe. I've been single for 9 months, and I have been celibate for that long too. So even though I may have been energetically irresponsible in the past, I'm very energetically responsible now. And I'm very careful who I exchange energy with. And if that wasn't the case, I don't know who this is. But if that wasn't the case, then honey, trust and believe me, I would not be celibate and sexless at this point in my life. So let me just get that clear, because a lot of people see one video and they think they know you before they even watch that whole video. Or they just see the title of the video and they just get to typing without even looking and listening to what the hell I have to say. So back to the ghosting situation. I had to basically ghost this friend because this friend was hitting on me heavily. The last straw was a straw that she got really, really graphic with what she wanted to do with me. And my boyfriend saw it, and he got irritated, and he didn't want me to talk to her anymore. So instead of, you know, I think I did try to tell her nicely, but she was just the type of person that would give you like a couple of days worth of a break, and then she would just kind of say something, and felt like she had too much to say as far as my life went. Like, oh, well, I just feel like he shouldn't be like that. He should be forgiving. But you the one that shouldn't have been like that. You the one that shouldn't have been flirting with your friend after your friend keep telling you over and over, I'm in a relationship. I respect my relationship. So even if I was attracted to your ass, which I'm not, I don't want to do nothing, because I'm not cheating on my man for nobody. So I had to end up ghosting this friend. And this friend became so fucking fatal. Like, she literally became so fucking fatal that at the end, she sent a long text message revealing to my boyfriend the times that I vented about things that, you know, happened in our relationship, which is another reason why I don't have friends now, because I can't trust. I can't trust nobody, because literally stuff that I feel like I can go and tell her, since I wouldn't be her friend anymore, she made sure she hopped in my nigga DM and told him everything I said. Ergo, that's why I don't have no female friends, because she told him everything I said. Another friend did spell work to break us up, and once we did, she never spoke to me again. Like, I done nursed her back to a healthy heart, not a broken heart, many fucking times. But when I came home heartbroken from breaking up out of my 4-year relationship, she disappeared like a ghost into the night. And I found out intuitively that this bitch put a separation spell on me and my guy. So, I mean, not that it matters anymore, because it just is what it is. That shit is laid to rest. I done turned the page. I done closed the book. I'm on a whole nother book now. Fuck chapter. So, pretty much, I had to ghost this friend because she wasn't getting the hint. So, I had to block her from every social media. Block her number from calling and texting me. And it resulted in, again, her kind of throwing me under the bus. I'm going to name some other stuff. When people are too pushy when I'm dating. And honestly, I guess that's kind of hypocritical because when I really like somebody, I can be pushy too. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, like I said, it's kind of hypocritical for me to be like, they being too pushy. But it's easy for me to be in unrequited situations on both ends. Because typically, whoever I really, really like don't like me back. And whoever really, really likes me, I ain't feeling their ass either. And most of the time, the people that I'm into, not into me until I'm not into them anymore, which fucking sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, I really liked you a year ago. Now you want to come around when I done forgot about your ass and I'm on to somebody new. Even if that person is just a crush. I cannot have more than one person on my mind at a time. Like, I'm the type of person that my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions are always dedicated and designated to one person at a time. So, once I get over that person, yeah, even if we wasn't dating, if I was just crushing on a person, then once I get over that crush, then that's it. 9 times out of 10, new day, new bae. Like, not trying to say it like that, because I don't move around like that. But, I mean, obviously, because it's been almost a year of me being single. But, just keeping it 100. Like, so a lot of times people that I don't like are just so pushy, and I will be as dry as possible. I don't want to say be as mean as possible, but it'll just be that kind of staleness that'll let you know you being friend zoned. And I don't be getting how people don't get it, but apparently these people be so in awe and so enamored by me that they don't read between the lines when it comes down to my actions and how I act. If you see me interact with somebody that I actually like, and you will hear my voice change, you will see me smiling and like, you will see me get extra flirty, you will see me act extra shy. It's obvious. If I'm talking to you in like a hard ass homegirl voice, then I'm not feeling you like that, boo. And I don't get why people don't get that. Like, if I'm like, hey, what's going on? Nothing. Yeah. But if I like you, then it's like, hi, how's it going? Oh, nothing. I was just wondering. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell the difference between like and dislike, right? Or you could tell the difference between platonic and romantic, right? So, that's another way that I'll ghost people, is if they just don't get the point. But most of the time, I tell people things repeatedly. Like, I hate to say it, but I just got out of a long distance relationship. And during our relationship, during our so-called long distance relationship, I was really head over heels for this person. I was enamored by their mind. They were so like intelligent. They knew about things that I didn't know about. Like, they was studying, you know, just so much, like Moorish, like Moorish religion. I don't know if Moorish is a religion or what, but like Moorish status. Yeah, status. Moorish status, like ancient Egyptian knowledge, just like extra spiritual, like extra studied and well read on like the whole third eye movement or pineal gland movement. Like, he was very spiritual, very smart, and we just clicked. Like, again, I'm gonna tell y'all, I slid in his DM, I said what's up to him, I pursued him. He even was telling me like, sister, stay firmly dedicated to your journey. I'm like, man, fuck that, I like you, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Because once I like somebody, that's it, that's just it. I'm going to trailblaze forward with my like for you. You know what I'm saying? So I did under the radar continue to flirt with this person, but I kind of made it seem like, okay, yeah, I accepted what he said and I was gonna be platonic. Eventually, I ended up Steve Urkeling that ass and wearing him down. And then he decided like, oh, you made my heart grow, you made my heart expand, I want to talk to you. So we started talking over the phone, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I really feel like this person was giving me a false impression because I started to see changes in their behavior later on down the line. And all of that fell away from me. Like, it don't take much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it do, but it don't. Put it like that, because it did take months of his behavior kind of happening on and off. Like, the thing that I didn't like about our relationship was the fact that we stayed in different countries, and sometimes we would talk relentlessly. Like, we would be so into each other, video chatting all day, texting all day, talking all day. Like, he would get me so built up with his energy and then just disappear for fucking days, sometimes even a week. And that whole time I would have this codependent feeling, and maybe he was a lesson in that way, where that was spirit telling me, your ass is still codependent, Dominique, and we tried to teach you this lesson with the last one. So now here's another lesson, and you need to work on your codependency issues. So, like, I was just that codependent feeling, like, oh man, feeling at a loss the times that I wasn't talking to him. And I went through that a couple of times, like the flip-flop of it, of talking, doting on each other, video chatting all day, every day, texting all day, every day, talking all day, every day, being very lovey-dovey and, oh, I love you, and this and that, and we're going to do this together, and when you come to my country, we're going to do that, and this and that. And then just dead, flatline silence for days. And I was trying to figure out, why the hell don't this bother him the way it bothers me? And I brought it to his attention, but very nicely, because I let go of the combativeness of my personality from my last relationship. Like, me and my last long-term relationship, we was at each other's throats like this. We cursed each other. We yelled at each other. We said the most horrible things to each other when we got mad. And I promised myself that I wasn't carrying that same type of energy in my next relationship. So even when I would get mad at the person that lived in a different country, I wouldn't yell at him. It would be like, okay, it's cool, I was just worried, like, what happened? You know, because I promised myself, forget about promising someone else, but I promised myself that I was going to handle things differently, more calm, with more feminine energy, and not like bucking up and, you know, arguing and, you know, going chest to chest with no dude. Like, I'm letting dudes play their role and I'm playing mine. You know what I'm saying? And at the very least, if I feel like I got to get to that point with you, then I'll just do without. You know what I'm saying? But months passed by, and this kind of continued with the back and forth, the on and off, the in and out passion. And the last time it happened, I think I explained this to y'all in the live. I had got into it with my mother, and I was living with my mother when I came back here, and she put me and my kids out, and we had to go and stay with my grandparents for 2 weeks until I got my place. And so I really felt like she did that to kind of trip me up, because she knew I was about to move. And the fact that I've been already living in your house since September, the fact that I put money on bills, the fact that I put food in the house, the fact that I cook and clean and get up and go to work and I'm gone for more than half of the day when your ass is home, lets me know that that was like some underlying trying to trip me up, trying to stop my progress. But as you can see, you ain't do shit. That's just in case she watching. And if one of her friends is watching, pass that shit on. She ain't did shit. But at the end of the day, you know, that happened with my mom, and it was devastating to me, because literally I was on my way out anyway. And this guy did another disappearing act. And I was just thinking to myself, this is like the last time for me. Like, the time when I need him the most, here he is, ghost. And so he added me in a bunch of like Third Eye Gang groups on Facebook and stuff. And basically I seen him like interacting with people in the group, but I wasn't getting no messages from him. And even the messages I was sending him was getting left unread. And I was just irritated, like, really? That's what we doing? You on Third Eye Gang, talking to other people, but I'm devastated, and you ain't talking to me? Okay. I messaged him, let him know exactly how I felt about that. exactly how I felt about that, and tried to break up with him. And he was just like, oh no, like he just took it as a joke because all the other times that I let him get away with it. But that's the thing, we try to give y'all chances before we ghost y'all. He was acting like it was not a big deal. He was just like, oh, I'm gonna do better, don't worry about it, I'm gonna make it better. Shit didn't get better, and at that point my feelings was already turned off like a light switch. I'm not gonna lie, it take me a minute to get to that point, but once I get to that point, good luck getting that care back. Good luck giving that give a fuck back. You know what I'm saying? Like, once I take my give a fuck away, it's like no refunds on that shit. Like, you know, you're not getting it back. I gave it to you. You misused my give a fuck. Now give me my give a fuck back. And I had already taken my give a fuck back, even though, you know, on a conscious level, I didn't know how to tell him, like, no, you don't need to try harder. You don't need to fix things. You don't need to make it better because I already told you it's over. I didn't. I'm just like, okay, don't like you no more. Don't know why we doing this. But, and literally upon me trying to release him, like, I literally, like, found a soulmate whose connection was even deeper. And they took the rest, whatever feeling I had left for that person, they took it right away. Like, let me get that, because that belonged to me. All your feelings belong to me. I'm your soulmate. I'm your past life love. Not this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, pretty much, that's what happened. One day I just woke up. I think I really talked to him, and like tears was pouring down my eyes. Everything. Like, I don't know how else to explain this to you. But you saying you want to do this and that, you say you want to get married, this, that, this. And I was like so excited about that because that was the first person that ever told me that, like, I've been in relationships that lasted a long time and people should have been saying that to me, but they was not. And he was like, you know what, I want to marry you, I can't let this pass me up, I know I'm young, but da. And, you know, so he had me really believing that he, you know, was in love with me. And honestly, he had me believing I was in love with him. But it ain't no way that at the sight of the next best thing that you're going to lose love for somebody. So evidently, you know, it could have been unconditional love to where maybe I still love him, love his soul, but I'm not in love with him on a romantic level. And I haven't talked to this person. I woke up one day, I think maybe a couple of days after he said he'll make it better, which he wasn't. And I just blocked him from everything. I just made the conscious decision, like, you know what? I'm finding interest in somebody else now. When I really felt this guy, I could not even look in the direction of another guy. So that's how I knew I was over him. I was completely over him. I'm like, I found interest in somebody else. And even if this person don't have interest in me in return, the fact that I feel this interested in somebody else other than the person I'm supposed to be talking to, whether it's distance or not, lets me know that I'm not feeling this cat no more. So, you know, somebody kind of coming, like kind of stumbling into my life by chance is what kind of opened up my eyes to the fact that I just wasn't feeling the long distance love anymore. And I blocked this guy from everything. I blocked him from every single thing, even YouTube, because that's one thing. He would watch my videos every single time. But I blocked him from everything because I'm like, I'm not wasting no more time. I don't want to talk to you no more. I already complained to you about this every single time you done disappeared. I've said something. I've told you how much it worries me. I told you how much I cry. And you're not changing it. So to me, that means fuck your tears. And in addition to that, he said he loved how he get around. So basically, whether he was doing nothing at all, like he could have just been hanging with family. Because wherever he live at, phones are not needed. It's fun everywhere you go. You walk out your house, there's fun. Where I live at, you have to go somewhere for fun. All you gotta do is walk out your house and it's fun there. Or whatever. So, you know, he probably was spending time with family. He probably wasn't doing nothing for real. It was just the fact of the matter that you don't give a damn about my feelings that I couldn't deal with. And so I was done. And I feel like I gave enough warning. And when the time came, I didn't repeat myself. I just shut the shit down. Like, all right. And this was just, you know, I think I expressed it one more time. And then we kind of got into an argument where he was being manipulative with his words. And that's another thing I don't like. I'm very smart. I'm very evolved at this point. I have studied all types of personality types because I want to know, I want to be aware of the type of energy that I will never, ever entertain again. And he he was displaying a little bit of narcissism right at the end, because he literally manipulated me to say something that he wanted to say. And he was just kind of beating around the bush. I'm like, say it. And I was getting so irritated that I just said, you know what? I'm sick of this. And I don't give a fuck how you feel no more. I've expressed this to you over and over. I don't see a change. And I just want out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. And that particular night, he didn't even bother to say goodnight. So with that being said, the next morning, I just cut everything off. And I've never looked back. I have not said hello, hi, unblocked him, tried to view his page, tried to text him again. I haven't even thought about him, and I probably wouldn't have if I didn't have to tell the story. So sorry if you're looking from somebody else's channel or whatever, but the truth is the truth, and I gave your ass a whole bunch of chances. So that's no here nor there, but that's what I will say, is that Aquarius are definitely quick to ghost you. So, you know, the thing is that it's never for no reason. It's always for a reason. And even they either they express it in the most subtle way, or they've repeated themselves to you multiple times. You didn't get the hint, and so they either feel like they didn't owe you a further explanation, or they didn't owe you an explanation at all, because maybe what you did was so obvious that they feel like you shouldn't even have to explain that to a grown-up. They knew that they was wrong, or they knew that that was something that somebody wouldn't like. So with that being said, guys, that is one of the dark sides to Aquarius that I wish I could change about myself, because I know things like that can come back to you, and I don't like being ghosted. I wouldn't want nobody to disappear from my life without an explanation. But I just really wish people would get with the program. And when I say, you know what, this is plaguing our relationship, then change that shit. And if you cannot change that shit, then just let me go. Because 9 times out of 10, it's going to either end with me harshly releasing you or quietly releasing you. And I don't know how many other Aquarius feel me on that, but that's definitely a fact when it comes to me. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up, you guys. And I hope you enjoy me telling some of the dark sides, the shadow sides to Aquarius, personality traits, as well as me answering one of the questions that most people have, and that's, why are Aquarius so flighty? Well, that's why. We are very resolute what we want and what we do not want. And if you possess the qualities that we do not want, we'll tell you once or twice, or not at all, and just dip. So till next time, guys.